Welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Blind. I'm currently somehow breathing, while only the tip of my head and sword are out of the water. That raises some questions on how dwarves breathe, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. That's not really the main problem here. The problem here is there's mithril down there. But there's no way I could possibly get down there without water breathing. I don't think. So I'm going to go investigate if we can figure out how to get water breathing again. Based on what I saw, I have a few theories on how that happened last time. One, you just get water breathing when you go to this island. That's when we got it. So that's about as good a guess as any. Two, had something to do with fighting the monsters here. Could happen. Or three, that other player that was a mage of some description, possibly warlock, I'm not sure, cast it on me while we were on the island. If it's the third, we're gonna have problems because we won't be able to get down. We won't have it. We won't get it. Okay, first thing I'm seeing here. One of them is dead. There's people here. They don't appear to have water breathing. A true silver deposit. My goodness, what level is that? It's red. So presumably you can't have it.
Need more rage.
Yes, I don't have charge in this stance. As nice as intercept is, and it's pretty nice, I'd rather have charge, honestly. Okay, things that didn't work. Fighting that mage. Am I? Until shipwreck. Whisper Kenta. Yes. Carnatol shipwreck. Close. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's not here, but if there's a step I'm missing, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, we're all just fighting these guys, that's fine. We have randomly joined a group. I'm pretty sure the shipwreck is gonna be over by the shipwreck, but whatever. And they get bursted down really quick. What do they got? A priest, another priest. And what's the other thing? A warlock, a priest, and a priest. Well, that brings to question whether or not it was a mage ability that would help make us water breathe. Because these guys don't appear to be doing anything like that. They might be later in the quest. That's also possible. And we're just kind of hanging around here, I guess. I feel like I'm presumably missing a step in the quest. Like, I saw the shipwreck. It's over this way. Are you looking for Satchel? Slash party. Cardinal's chest. Rackamore's treasure? Rackamore. Carnitol's chest. I'm pretty sure that's over by the shipwreck. I don't think I'm in the right place. They don't have this quest. That makes me think we're in the wrong place. I think I'm looking for the other ones too. Over by a tree? Well, I can't click on it. I don't think I'm on the same step. Should I find it? Thought it'd be something like that. A book on a barrel. Interesting. Angle side down. And remove from the group. Thank you. How convenient for me not having to try. True silver I can't mine yet. I expected as much. So, what we learned there was I can't breathe underwater still, so I don't get to go mine that mithril. I somehow got copper after leaving the group, but okay. I guess it was something... I guess that makes sense. They had killed something before I left. And even though they kicked me out of the group, I still get the rewards. That seems fair. Okay, let's see if we can find this shipwreck. We saw it before. We know it exists. And also, now we know that apparently there's a treasure chest on that island. Presumably we get a hint about that later on, but good to know. There is a shipwreck. So I'm thinking it just was the other player last episode that gave us the water breathing. Which is inconvenient, that's for sure. Wonder if that was just a spell they could use Or they had a special item that gave it to me. Very interesting. Okay, here's a shipwreck. Let's see if there's going to be any of these sea giants. Or whatever. Dry snap crawler. Look at these big crustacean-y boys. That something? Looks kind of like a something. Those clams. These are the giant clams. Kind of looks like a giant clam. Doesn't look like I can click on it or anything, though. Okay. That could be the chest. I'm going to explore the ship first, so. A bubbly fissure. I wonder if a bubbly fissure lets you breathe underwater. Yes, it does. Very cool. Anywhere above it? Nope, just right in it. That's interesting. Can we jump on top of these boxes? That makes sense. It's just floating there, but our added weight doesn't change anything. Amazing. Okay, ship. What have you got for me? Not seeing a way to get under. There it is. Staircase there. Okay, we're getting stuck underneath things. That's not what we need right now. This is slightly foolhardy. Trying to get under the ship. Anything interesting in here? Not particularly. Doesn't seem. The other people said something about a barrel. Maybe it's on the shore. Because I did see a small rowboat over here. Okay. Maybe these clams only work when I have that quest to get clam stuff. I don't know. I'm seeing giant clams. I'm thinking, yes, giant clams. Alright, what do we got here? We got a book and a chest. They made it all the way here, and then they were attacked by the giants. Which, hopefully we don't get attacked by giants. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, they made it all the way to shore. Had a lantern. All this kind of stuff. Okay. So this is the chest we're looking for. Let's see what it has inside. Carnal shipwreck. You notice the chest does not seem to have any water damage. The second thing you notice is that the top has been forced open, and whatever magical traps were set to safeguard it have long been triggered. This much is obvious from the burn marks around its edges. My goodness. So is it empty? You take a few moments to figure out what pried the chest open, and you notice along the sides and top of the chest long, deep scratches that reveal that something other than a man or giant took interest in it. The marks don't appear as if they were caused by dagger or sword. After going through the chest, you find it to be completely empty. Darn. Not having another course of action, you close the chest and prepare to leave. Kreldig will be disappointed. Turn to Kreldig, Ungor, and Desolus. Darn. We also do have this book here, which is very noticeable. Oh, I even opened it. That's fancy. I am Ulysses Rackmore, captain of the Gallant, and this is the log of the last few days of my doomed ship. We were sailing to Feathermoon Stronghold with a shipment of supplies when Naga stormed the sides of the Gallant. We drove them back, but we knew they'd return. Fearing the loss of my most precious belongings, I steered the gallant to an island off the coast of Desolus, one with old night elf ruins, and there I left my treasure chest. That's the chest we saw. There's a continue reading button. My chest is one of ingenious design and requires 2 keys to unlock, 1 gold and 1 silver. The first key, the silver key, I gave to my first mate, and I kept the gold. We were doomed to lose them. My key was lost during the next Naga attack, and my first mate's was lost a day later when Drysnap Makura assailed us and pulled him into the deep. I'm sure the Naga and Makura have the keys. I'm glad the 2 are enemies and will not share them. So we need to find the Makura. We already know where the Naga are. After the Makura attack, we could see that the gallant would not survive another, so I and the few surviving sailors abandoned my ship. We are now ashore and will soon strike out for the town of Nigel's Point, but much danger lies between us and Sanctuary, and I fear Desolus will consume us. I write this now in hopes that someone will know our plight, and someday avenge us against the watery fiends who were our ruin. It's... I guess there's a... I'm pretty sure we have books that can give you quests. I feel like that probably wasn't the most straightforward way to do the book and quest at the same time. Rackmore's log tells of how his... And now we're just getting a summary of the book that we could have read if we'd clicked the different button that wasn't doing the quest. Right, anyways, Rackmore's log tells you how his ship was sailing from Feathermoon Stronghold, for Feathermoon Stronghold, when it was attacked by seafaring creatures. To revenge his treasure from falling into enemy hands, he hid his chest on Ranazjar Island. To open the chest requires 2 keys, a silver and gold. The keys are lost, but if the keys and chest are found, a treasure awaits. Find the silver key, the golden key, and open the chest. You receive 1 gold, 15 silver, a decent... It's got more armor. Yeah. Same amount of block. More stamina. Yeah, that's a better shield overall. And what's it say? Wand. Interesting. That's some pretty decent damage per second on that. And 1 gold, 15 silver. My goodness. Okay, let's see if we can claim Rackmore's treasure. So we found Naga and... What are the other guys called again? Makrura. These guys are Nagas, I think. They don't technically say Naga in the name, though, which is complicating things slightly. Presumably they're both watery kind of guys. This is a dry snap crawler. I don't know if that's a Makrura. I'm gonna guess not. If that's a Naga, I guess we'll head to the island first. Naga. I think it's mostly been Naga around here, though. I'm not entirely sure where these other guys might be. Slitherbane. Myrmidon. Slitherbane. Pretty sure these are just Naga again. Maybe? Yeah, probably. At any rate, we know where some of them are, so might as well get started on it. And it says it's 2 different factions, so it's not going to be just the same guys on the same island. Mithril deposit. Oh, how I'd love to claim you, but I just know I can't. Slytherin Sea Witch, Slytherin Sea Witch. Yeah, none of these are Myrmidons or whatever. Yeah, it is way down there. That is unlikely. That is unlikely indeed. So now we know where a chest is. We found one empty chest. We found another chest we can't open yet. Presumably be in this area. Maybe they're further south. Maybe, yeah, that could be possible. That could be it. Oh, those guys are really close together. Don't think I want to fight two of them at the same time. Right here, this is still that true silver. That's not going to do much for me. I can't mind that. Here I come. Ah. We've managed to angle ourselves to still be underwater. That was a good choice.
Not enough.
What'd you dodge? Food. We will. Since we're going to be fighting an unknown amount of guys here, I think I'm going to use one of my sharpening stones. I probably need to be standing up for that. Sharpening stone. The size of this guy, my goodness. What's this need? When they dodge. Must be in battle stance. Ah, never mind. Never mind! Don't mind me. It's over here, being wrong about stuff. Oh wow, look at that. What have we here? It's a helmet. Wicked Chain Helmet of the Bear. 171 armor. Stamina and strength. Wow. So it doesn't have spirit. So we'd lose a bit of regeneration, but we would gain a significant amount of just HP in general. That's probably worth it. And additional armor. It's very similar. But overall, I'd say that's pretty much better. So our health goes from 1725 to 1815. It looks a little silly. This is more of a chain hood. This is more of a... Looks kind of leathery, actually. It's definitely mail. It looks a lot better in the picture, not gonna lie. Like, where are these cool tusks and spikes and bits? Just looks brown. Oh well. Better is better. Give me that key. Yeah, these guys are definitely all Naga. So you have to find something that isn't a Naga. final hit there. Wish I could get rid of this true silver vein and replace it with something I can actually mine. That'd be nice. Like, mithril would be nice. I would appreciate that.
Need more rage. Not enough rage.
More fish oil. Let's see if it says what level we need. 230. My goodness. We're not even close to that, are we? 181. Wow. Nope. That is not where we are right now. Not in the slightest. Slow. Not having much luck on the key, but that's okay. Wasn't expecting it to get super quickly at any rate. As for where we could find those other guys, I don't think I've seen anything besides Naga up here in the northern section. We'll probably have to try further south. That's my best guess right now. You would ice attack me. Should have done it sooner. Wonder if any of these things are useful items people would want. We'll find out eventually. They are not very fast on land, that's for sure. That is for sure. You can really get a real burst of damage there by waiting to use your instant abilities until after an auto attack just hit. That's probably better overall. Okay, healing up. This guy has an axe. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, you'd better run. Well, it doesn't matter if they run or not, they don't get away, so. This guy has two swords. What a variety of Naga guys they got here.
More rage.
See, a bleed would take this guy out before he got that far away. But no. We don't get bleeds. Getting a lot of drops that aren't that key we want, but that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. We don't even know where to get the other key, so what's it really matter? Got some raw rock scale con. That's nice. That'll be useful. We can cook that. Is that free cooking training I'm seeing? I can appreciate that. We have a lot of effects on us right now. Frozen and poisoned. Just overall having a bad time. Hamstring isn't too expensive. It's good ability to have. Lowering their speed on land makes them incredibly slow. Love it. This helmet has a face inside of it. Weird. That's a little strange, actually. Typically, I would think that a helmet would just be a picture of the helmet. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. I feel like a whirlwind should maybe hit the enemy twice or something, but that's fine. It hits 4 enemies, so I can't really complain. Let's be preemptive with the hamstring, because why not? Big damage. And it's fish time. Presumably these guys count. Yeah, worst case scenario, we got a free helmet out of it, so I'm not gonna complain. Just walking up to my enemies. Nice and slow, like. More fish. How long does this last? "15 seconds. Okay, we got a cloak of some description. Stamina and spirit versus intellect and stamina. He's got less stamina. So, no, I don't think so. Not a bad choice, but I think mine's a little bit better still. You would freeze me and run away. Are you levitating? Just a little bit. Not enough to worry about. I don't think. There's that true silver again. That's just gonna stay there until somebody comes and mines it? Because I can't. It makes me sad. Walking, walking, walking.
Not enough.
I dodge and parry. So much for the combo. Rip, rip, rip. And the hamstring wore off. I mean, they're dropping Naga skills. That's a pretty good indication that they're Naga. If I had to take a guess. That's just me. Okay. Somebody's over there. Hopefully it's the ones that are on the island. It didn't specifically say it was any specific Naga, but I wouldn't put it past them to have it be a very specific location I need to go. Except if it's under the water here, then I can't go there. Clearly. Where do you think you're going? Let's stay mostly in the shallows here, shall we? Oh, there's somebody. Human paladin. Right, he is attacking that guy. That more or less worked out. Having a snack. He's having a heal. I feel like that key is probably going to be one of those things that not everybody in the group's going to get all at once. Yeah. Not like a head or anything. Slow down. Newborn Kaguru. Lord Kaguru. Rack more silver. Whisper. Don't think I have that. I'm looking for keys. One key here. What's this? A healing ward. How fascinating. Get out of here. Yeah, as far as I can tell, the only stuff I'm doing here is the keys stuff. Not having much success, but it is what it is. There's definitely something here with this serpent statue. That's definitely a thing. Maybe that's what he's up to. A gem of the serpent. Well, I don't have a gem of the serpent. Does he have it? Doesn't look like it. Kind of went around it. Oh well. No, he is doing it. Okay, he had a gem of the serpent. Let me look at this. 95 armor and 8 stamina. So that's plus 5 stamina, minus 3 strength. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. Lord Kragaru. Cool. Good luck. I can probably help him with this. Just your friendly neighborhood dwarf. Helping out. Yeah, I don't think I have that. So if we find a, what was it? Serpent gem or something? Now we know where that is. So we know a lot of where things are, but we don't have the things to do the things. So it's a whole thing today. Just over here, grinding nagas. I parried. Unfortunate time for me. Hey, there's the golden key. Nice. So now we're done with the nagas. Which raises the question, where are these other guys? Hum 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 hum. I'm gonna go look at the chest again. To remind me of what we're fighting for. Apparently there's like an entire gold in this chest, so I'm gonna touch it. This chest is clearly locked. Requires a silver and golden key. Also, there's an enemy nearby. That's fine.
Not enough rage.
And we miss. A compound bow. Technically better damage per second than my hunter's muzzleloader. But it's a bow, so not too worried about it. Okay. Alright. I don't think I've seen any of these other guys around here. So what we're gonna do is head to shore and start searching further south. And we'll quickly end this before this guy attacks me. Next time. Goodbye. Okay. Found something interesting. Look at this. A Deep Strider Searcher. A level 40 elite giant. Wow. That's probably what attacked that ship. That's terrifying. Level 40 elite. Don't have a chance against that. Anyways. I was just swimming back, saw that, and I was like, wow, that's concerning. Anyways. Next time, goodbye again.